Hey everyone, my name's Avey. Today I want to talk about what BSG did to the pre-wipe event questline yesterday and how that might affect you. If you're not aware, BSG changed the pre-wipe event task Down the Rabbit Hole Part 6 to one called Afterparty. If you haven't tried to do Part 6, here's what you had to do originally. All bosses in Tarkov no longer spawned on their respective maps, but instead they all spawned in the Lexus camp on streets in the middle. You had to go in, kill every single boss in the same raid without dying and then extract. Why is that a problem, you might ask? Well, the thing is, this quest was entirely RNG dependent. There were multiple things in every single raid that could affect whether you failed or completed the task, and they were not up to you. For example, if you got a spawn that wasn't right next to the camp, there's no way you got there in time before anyone killed any bosses. And even if you did get a spawn that was close to the camp, you had no way of stopping the players that spawned on the other side of the camp from entering and shooting the bosses. There was no way for you to affect the specific outcome of the exact single raid you were loading into. Sure, you could bring better gear, you could bring an SJ6 to run faster, but it didn't stop the other players that spawned on the other side of the map close to the camp from just shooting a boss. There was no way for you to affect that. So great, we got an event task that was entirely RNG. What did BSG do? Well, they removed Down the Rabbit Hole Part 6 and replaced it instead with Afterparty. This changed the spawn location of the bosses to their respective locations and upped their spawn chance to 100%. Now, you have to kill all the bosses plus the goons that spawn on Lighthouse, but you don't have to do it in a single raid, obviously, and you can also die while doing it. This got a lot of people upset, obviously. First of all, the people that completed the quest no longer felt like they achieved anything because they thought the quest was changed just to an inferior version of what it was. And the people that were enjoying doing the quests and running into Lexos and trying to get all the boss kills were actually really upset because they felt like they got scammed out of their achievement of sorts if they completed the quest. On one hand, I do agree that it was an achievement to complete that task, but on the other hand, I also don't think it was an achievement for the player himself because it was all RNG dependent. Killing the bosses wasn't the hard part of the first quest. It was actually like not getting someone who also wants to do the quest spawn on the other side of the camp. I do feel like if there are any more quests after this, it really depends on what those are to see whether it was actually worth it to complete it before and possibly have only a small percentage of people get the next task, or whether to open it up to a wider audience and get more people that have completed the quest and give more rewards out at the end. We're still not sure though what exactly the end reward of this whole questline is. It might be nothing, it might just be like OP stims and have fun on factory or whatever. But a lot of people are hoping that it's something along the lines of the reward from the previous Wipe's End of Wipe questline, which was 2 rows of permanent stash space. If you have any opinion about this change, whether a positive one or a negative one, please explain it in the comment section below because I'd love to hear the other opinions. But if you haven't already, go try out the quest. I think this new version is actually a lot more fun overall than the previous one because it's not just up to one raid and you're stressing all the time, right? You can just take your time, and even if you kill the boss you can die, right? So you're permanently gaining a little bit of progress every time towards the quest, which I think is a miles better quest design decision. And yeah, it might be actually very worth it in the end to get some permanent upgrades, hopefully. If you like this video, please leave a like. If you disliked it, you can leave a dislike. But most importantly, go have fun in Tarkov. It's the end of Wipe, you're gonna lose all your stuff in about 2 weeks or so you might as well use it, get familiar with it, and try how the GigaChads play before starting the next Wipe all from scratch. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.